Craving fresh, mouth-watering seafood? Come to Natalie's Seafood Kitchen in Falston. From crispy crab cakes to an amazing lobster ravioli. We're serving up all your favorites, hot, fresh, and made with love. Family owned, locally loved, Natalie's is where flavor meets freshness. Located right in the heart of Falston, right off of Route 1. Taste the difference at Natalie's. Natalie's is where flavor meets freshness. All right, Natalie's is where it happens. And right here is where we tell you all about it. It's Mickey Talks. Hi, everybody. Episode 104. Matt, say it ain't so.
104 it is, man.
It's ridiculous, buddy.
You know what's ridiculous? Summer is over, man. It just hit me today. My daughter went back to school today.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have another month of summer left, but
not me.
It's gone.
I'm glad.
You ready for fall?
Yeah, I'm glad when people start having to do shit and get away from me. You know what I mean? I hate going outside and everybody's around. No, I'm kidding, buddy. No, it's funny. Shannon and I were talking about that. Like, I don't know when it was, but it's like you feel it right away. It might have been that you feel it. It's just like all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like fake fall here in Baltimore. You know, it's like high in the 70s, lows in the 50s and 60s.
I had to do red eyes last night to do the bikini contest, and it was, you could see a difference. Summer's over for people.
It's a little
but
chilly.
The finals are this Sunday at Red Eyes, and it'll be packed. Because really, the summer ends this weekend. We all know that.
With Labor Day.
Yeah. But, you know, Monday, it'll be officially over. It's our last day.
Yeah.
But, and no, I had a good time yesterday.
Good weekend? I know you saw Billy Idol over the weekend.
Dude, let me tell you about that. So, real quick, I've told you many times on this show, that's my dude, man. I mean, I was the first kind of British punk, and Generation X was my favorite band. Everybody loved the Sex Pistols, the Clash, all that stuff. And that's great. Don't get me wrong. The Jam, like I loved all that shit.
Yeah.
But dude, something about Generation X, I think they were the most polished, kind of poppier. They were more songs than angst. You know what I mean? There was a pop element and it grabbed me, man. And Ready, Steady, Go and Kiss Me Deadly and Truth, Truth, Truth. Like these songs were me at 12 years old, ready to fight the world.
Yeah.
So then when Billy Idol came out as Billy Idol, there was no difference to me. He was the god, you know. So through the 80s, I wanted to be Billy Idol. That was the spiked blonde hair. Yep. Every picture I have as a kid. That was the attitude. That was everything.
Even you got the lip curl too, man?
Well, it was the attitude. Even when I started doing comedy.
Come on, man. Do the lip curl.
Dude, I can do it. I can do it. Right? But but even funnier is when I started doing comedy, I didn't think about being a comedian. I thought I wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah.
So I would wear leather jackets like Billy Idol. I would wear boots. I would wear a rosary. Like in the beginning, I'm 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm at this concert and Steve Kitches, who was the former manager of Hammerjacks.
Who's going to be on the show tomorrow, by the way.
Be on the show tomorrow. Yeah. And listen to me. I'm telling everyone, that is a show you do not want to miss. Today as well, but tomorrow is going to be some incredible stories. Anyway, Steve runs the video audio at Merriweather. So when you're there in the big jumbotrons, that's all Steve. He does all that. So I called him and said, I was coming. I wanted to see him. He's like, oh, let me see if I can get you in the box. I didn't even know what that meant. And then, have you been to Merriweather? The big box, the suites?
Yeah, the suites up top now.
Above the pavilion?
Yeah.
So I'm in the first one, front row, in the best box in the house.
Wow.
That's where Steve puts me.
And that was you and your son, right?
Me and my son, and you know how important music is. That's how me and my son bonded over everything. And so I'm standing there, and Joan Jett finished, who I loved, man. I love Joan Jett. You know that.
Of course.
Talked about it forever. A real punk rock person, by the way. No, she lived with the Sex Pistols in England before they were huge.
I mean, she's been on the road since she was 16.
16 years old.
Yeah,
I mean, so I love her. She crushes.
Yeah.
So Billy Idol comes on, and I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm just like, and I look through the whole crowd, and I look back at the yard, and then I realize, oh, my God, the first concert I was ever allowed to go to without adult supervision, where me and my friends could just go, and my friend drove, I saw Billy Idol at Merriweather.
Really?
Yes, and it was 1984, and it was Prince's guitar player from Little Red Corvette that opened the show. He had a band. So that was my first concert. Then I'm standing there, and I'm like, oh, my God. My first concert was Merriweather. It was Billy Idol. here I am again, and it's the first real big time concert with my son. And it was just this surreal thing that all
that's pretty incredible, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to lie, I filled up. It was very emotional for me. And I told it to my son, and I saw it in him. He was like, what? Like, it was really one of those moments in life. You're glad that it dawned on you in the moment and not later.
Yeah.
So I've been on a high, but it's a lot going on, man. A lot. Things. I'm just really happy right now. Really happy in life. And Friday was awesome. This weekend was awesome. Things are great.
You look happy. I'm happy for you, man.
A lot to it.
Yeah.
A lot to it.
Yeah.
And but I'm very happy. But today's show, Matt, really excited because 25 years ago, maybe something like that, I met a young guy who was about 16 or 17. My friend.
I didn't even know your paths had crossed.
So
I haven't heard this story yet.
I'll tell it. My best friend at the time, Mark Voice, comedian, found this young band. And he came to me and he's like, hey, I got this little punk rock band. You got to check them out. And I don't know where the first time I saw him was. I think it might have been Matt's house. And it was in the basement. And I went over and I was like, oh, my God, these kids are the real deal. These are great songs. It wasn't three garage kids. Hold on. It wasn't that. These were real songs, tight as shit. And they wanted to record them. I don't know if you remember, I went in the studio with you guys. Let's bring this gentleman in. Yeah. We had his father on last week.
Who was the guy who gave me my first break in radio ever.
Yes.
And I think that's how I know we met through my radio show later on at least, but I think that's how we might have met.
Joining us today is a singer, songwriter, and really an exceptional artist, very authentic guy right here from Baltimore, Mr. Matt Pless. How are you, buddy?
Doing good, man.
Good to see you, pal.
You too.
So when I met Matt years ago, he's 16, looks exactly like he does now. Some bitch hasn't aged one day. What are you now, 45?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Going on 22.
Yeah, going on 22. You got pubic hair yet, Matt? Are you all right?
So the devil.
But I knew, and I remember telling Mark, and this is the truth. I told Mark back then, I'm like, hey, that kid, the singer, I go, did he write all those lyrics? And he's like, yeah. I go, that's not normal. Not normal. And he was laughing. He's like, I know, dude. So, I mean, we tried to get you guys going, and it did kind of give you a little jump start. So, Matt, if you would, do you remember the times I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You remember going in the studio? And
I remember going to Stitches and doing the pre-production.
That's right.
I remember being pissed off because he was like, slow it down a little. I was like, fuck.
Let me ask you, was I right or wrong?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Sometimes it takes a minute to figure out some of that stuff.
Especially when you're 16.
Oh, yeah. You don't tell me what to do.
Right, exactly. But one thing I loved about him at 16, I was a punk rock kid. I know that attitude of a punk rock kid.
Yeah.
It's not fuck the world and you can all die. That's bullshit. It's about doing it your way, not conforming. You feel, am I right, Matt? Is that how you felt at that age?
I was never a really fuck the world guy.
Right. Never.
There's too much to think about. I wanted to dissect the world.
Right. Bingo. And that's why I said to Mark, he's not a normal, this kid's smart.
No, I know, man.
It was like if Bob Dylan was a punk rock kid.
And watching his songwriting evolve over the next 20 years, man, incredible now, right?
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
So, Matt, listen, let's jump through this story because I want to get to now. Like I said, your band was called Three Prong Outlet. Mm-hmm. It was a three-piece band. You were a Green Day angel. You loved Green Day.
Yeah, loved Green Day.
After all these years, I still am a Green Day fan. Are you?
Yeah, I'll always love Green Day. It's like after American Idiot was probably the last one I was really into.
Yeah.
And then from there on, it's sporadic. I just still check out what's
Did
happening.
you feel weird though when they did the 7-Eleven slushy, Green Day slushy, or did you not care?
Green Day sold out 30 years ago. I'm not worried about their Slurpee, man.
But so that's where. But the reason I said that is because when I met Matt, that's where, as a young songwriter, I would say Billy Armstrong had a big influence on you.
Every kid born after 1975 knew how to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
right.
sure.
You get it, right? Yeah. And you know what's great, man, is you wrote great songs. There's a couple songs you wrote they would have recorded. Like you know what I mean? And you were a great songwriter as a young guy. Where did the change come? What happened? Where did Matt go from writing Green Day songs to being Bob Dylan? Now, I know that's a ridiculous question, but fill us in.
Well, I got into Bob Dylan after, I guess, 9/11, as I was listening to his music, looking for some political stuff, because that's where things were going in the world at that point. And I started getting more into that than, the Against All Authority stuff and Crash and the punk stuff I've been listening to. I moved more into the folk realm, and I just started to kind of think. I remember listening to his lyrics and being like, I want to write stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I just put my head in that space, and I think it just kind of happens by putting yourself, manifesting it, Yeah,
doing it. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question, because I don't care what kind of writer you are, music, poetry, novels, comedy. When you started writing different, did you find yourself learning more about you? As you put pen to paper saying, wow, I can't believe that I'm actually thinking that. Now that I'm writing this, I'm more clear on certain things.
I don't know. I don't think so, actually. I think I just, I don't know. For me, it was always kind of like putting a puzzle together. Like a song is sort of like, it's like, for me, it's like 50% order and 50% chaos. And I say this a lot, but it's the best way I can describe it. It's like the chaos is where you have to put yourself to get the ideas. And it's like coming up with puzzle pieces that aren't there. The chaos is that sort of daydreamy point in your mind where you come up with the pieces. And then the order comes in where you take those pieces you came up with and organize them in a digestible form so the world understands what you're saying. And when they're synthesizing those two sides of your brain together, it's when you're kind of in this meditative state where you are doing kind of like the most, like, I guess, like transcendental thing I can do as a human is writing a song when that's all seized together,
That's amazing.
I can't believe you didn't read what you just wrote, because that was deep as shit.
I know, that was super
and
deep.
I got it, every word of it, dude. That was brilliant.
Yeah. Now, when you write, man, are you one of those guys do you have like a notebook full of lyrics and then you'll put it to music later? Or are you a guy that is writing music and you'll fill in the lyrics as you go?
It's a little of both, because you have like sort of papers, napkins, cardboard, whatever, cell phone, anything you can write in when you get the idea. And then sure, you might have pieces of it, like a couple lines here, part of the chorus, a melody going through your head, how it kind of all fits. It just feels good. Yeah. And then once it's on paper, there might be holes in it, like you're talking about. And once the holes are there, you find a way to. It always comes down to that one line that's not there. It's always like there's always one missing piece that's stuck six on you for a couple of days or hours sometimes. And so you got to fill in the blank, but you also got to find the pieces to fill it in with.
So it's funny you say that. I watched a documentary about songwriters, and but these are those like 60s, 70s, like Burt Bacharach kind of songwriters writing these scores that are just beautiful, orchestral songs. But one guy said the best, I don't remember who it was, it might have been him. He said when you write a song and you realize, okay, I have the rhythm, I have the melody, I have the chord structure, I have the words. He goes, then all of a sudden you dawn on you get everything right, and you read the words and you go, what a pile of shit this is. Now I got to go in and I got to edit this. Yeah. He goes, but you have these other parts of the song that need this part to make sense with. So now you're pigeonholed down smaller. Then it has to rhyme. So now you're pigeonholed down smaller. Then it has to, how did he word it? Phonetically pronounce properly in the rhythm. It has to rhythmically work. He goes, then you're stuck with 5 words. And you go, why didn't I just think of one of these 5 in the fucking beginning? And this song would have been written 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Have you had those moments where you get hung up on a line for a week? You just think about it and think, really?
There was one song I did. It's one of my more popular ones. It's one of those 6-minute ones, 5-minute ones you were asking about earlier. It came down to needing one line for the chorus, and I knew the rest of it was so important. I had to come up with the perfect line to wrap it up.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was going to say that line 4 times. It was the hook, and I kind of meditated on it for like literally almost a week before one day it just popped in there, and I was like, that's it. It doesn't even sound like it means anything, but it does.
Right.
And it worked, and it's just like you just feel it, and it works.
Are you hard on yourself writing?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always in competition with myself. I'm not worried about anybody else.
That's the only person I've ever competed with is me.
Yeah.
That's a good healthy attitude to have, though, man.
Yeah. I'm the toughest guy to beat.
Yeah.
I love it, Matt. So you're out, you're doing the road thing, man. You're just your guitar, and a car. And
I mean,
Go ahead,
I was going to ask about the road. Did this start with you? Because you're not only all over the country, you're all over the world now. You just got back from Europe, and we're going to talk about that. But did this start where you did just kind of house shows across the country? Is that how it began?
Yeah. I did the New York thing where I drove up in a van and, got my little Bob Dylan hat and went to Washington Square Park and was like, I'm going to be a folk singer. And it didn't work quite the way I planned.
Right.
And I started to get into
what was, before you go on, I'm sorry to interrupt you. What was life like in New York at that time for you? Talk about that.
For me, it was great because I luckily found myself, my van got stolen. I don't know whatever happened to it, but I ended up living out on the street basically until this girl, luckily 3 days later, found me, who I went to the one semester of college I went, and she was like, Matt, what are you doing? I told her, I was like, I'm going to make it in New York doing music. She's like, okay, well, where are you staying? I was like, I don't know, my van got stolen. She's like, well, why don't you come live with us? And I was like, okay, sure. $120 a month. I got to live in her walk-in closet with 3 strippers. So that was pretty cool, man.
Oh my God, Matt, this story's incredible.
I was like,
Did it come with fringe benefits as well?
There was definitely fringe in the closet.
So, dude, you were living the real life. I mean, you got nothing but your guitar. You're basically busking every day to make a living or get a break. Did you like that lifestyle? I mean, did you dig it?
Yeah, it was great. 25 years old, living with strippers and partying and playing music in New York. What's there to complain about?
I mean, think about
was it busking, all busking for you?
Yeah,
mostly.
Well, $120 in New York is a lucky break I got. But I used to just go to Washington Square and play every day, playing the subways. And
is there turf in New York as far as the where you busk? Are people going to kick you out and be like, "This is my corner"?
Well, now as far as I know, it's not even legal without a permit. You have to be part of a
of course they wanted to get taxed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but back then, that organization, Music Under New York, wasn't there, and you could just kind of pirate it. And there was a sort of respect you had to say, if someone's playing on this platform, you let them do that till they're done, then you can move on in. But yeah, I would do that, and I'd make a ton of money. Like,
would you really? I mean, that's the question.
Yeah.
And I'm not to get personal. Well, what can a guy make in a subway in a day? I mean, can he make a couple $100?
It depends on what time you play. For me, it was different because I'm not playing like a violin where it's just instrumental and listening to it. Like, because my lyrics were usually what sold me, I had to wait. I did my best during times when I could play in between the trains. So later at night, when the trains were coming less frequently, I could get people to hear my lyrics who were waiting for the train, and it was quiet and they were paying attention. And if I said a witty line, they'd look over and laugh and throw $1 in. So that kind of motivated me to come up with wittier lines that to make money. Like, and I already kind of did that with lyrics anyway, but it was kind of like, okay, I got to really grab people. So it taught me how to really grab people's words.
That's cool, man.
This is cool to listen to, man. I like this story, man.
Yeah. Now, when you're in the subways, did you ever play? Were you playing like the morning rush hour when people go to work in the morning?
I in the morning I would go to Washington Square Park and I would hang out. And that was different because like you could just kind of go over to a group of people and they'd be sitting there and you just play for them in their little circle and they could listen to you intently and they could hear the lyrics and then they would buy a CD or give you money. So I would do that a lot in the daytime.
Wow!
And so it was daytime up ground and nighttime underground.
You really get if you didn't already have them, you would have to learn some great social skills to be able to approach people and do stuff like that, I'm sure.
Oh man, I had terrible social skills. I got better.
Yeah, you were a shy kid when I met you, man.
When we thought about Led Zeppelin on the radio show that one there back in the day, I didn't want to get into the conversation because I was like, I don't want to tell everyone I like Led Zeppelin here because everyone's pissed off in my band about it.
Right.
But so I what's it called? I got better at being social by being forced to just go out there and deal with it myself.
Yeah.
Because one of the big things about leaving Three Prong Outlet that I had going on was I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this myself. That way, if I blow it, I got myself to blame. I don't have to worry about someone going to college, someone getting married, someone getting on drugs.
Yeah, I get it, brother. I get it. Yeah, I do, man. And that's tough, isn't it? In a band, you may not have the same drive. The guy's having fun next to you, but he's not willing to pick up and go.
You know how many bands I saw that were so good? I mean, we saw in our own scene here in Baltimore that were so good, and that was the problem. There was like one guy who was serious, and the rest of them were just like having a little bit of fun. And like, man, if we had 4 serious guys like you, what you could do. So you just went out and made it happen yourself. And then, how did you transition from busking and playing in the park to actually being on the road?
Okay, so I would book tours on MySpace back then, and me and my brother would go out. My brother plays
God damn,
drums.
you are old as shit. Aren't
He does not look old enough to be on MySpace, man.
I know,
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Well, it was a thing, yeah. So I would go on MySpace and I would just mail people in other states, other bands, and ask them if I could come play in their town, find booking. You could find all kinds of stuff back then on there. And me and my brother Zach, he plays drums, and he would go out with me and play snare drum, like a hi-hat cymbal. And me and him would go around the country playing like bars to people who didn't care and that kind of thing.
Wow.
And we did that like for maybe 3 summers, and it wasn't getting anywhere. And then
I mean, can you make any money doing that along the road? Like enough to support yourself living on the road? I mean, how did you do that?
Back then, we did not make the money I make now. I still don't make a lot of money, but back then it was much harder.
Yeah.
And, you had to kind of rely more on people just being nice to you and helping you out.
I was going to say, are you sleeping in the van? Are people putting you up? Because I'm thinking about you go to play a bar, and when you're unknown, you're not going to get paid a ton of money. So it's like, to be able to eat and live and gas and all that stuff. I mean, it's amazing that you're able to do it.
Well, you sleep on the floor. A lot of times people give you a couch to sleep on or something. And like, then if you can afford it, you get a hotel and all that kind of thing. And yeah.
Is it lonely?
No, I love it. I don't like. I love being by myself in the car, man.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. It's.
I mean, I can dig that too. I don't even listen to the radio if I take long drives.
Yeah,
I love being in my head. You
yeah,
same way, bro?
Same. I've heard enough music sometimes.
I'm same way.
I just want to hear the wind blowing and think about stuff.
Wow, I was always hesitant to tell people that, but it's true. I feel the same way, man. It's weird. Yeah,
it's not weird.
Yeah,
I read a whole book about. It's called The Quiet Storm. And what happens in your mind when you turn everything off, but you're only listening
it's like a meditation.
Well, it's deeper than that, because if you're only listening to the natural noises around you, it's really not distracting.
Yeah.
Have you ever been at the beach? It's loud as shit. Those waves crashing, the wind, but it's so peaceful because it's natural noise. It's the environment. And I think for creative people like the three of us, that lack of distraction allows your creativity to flow, and it also allows your creativity to line back up, because it's people like I could be on 30 subjects and creating craziness
and be able to blow off steam.
And oh my God. And then when you just go and all that, like, even
it's a reset.
Let me ask you this, and Matt, you too. Well, you're both named Matt, but partner Matt, when you lay with your wife at night, and this is not a joke, are there times where both of you are just like, you don't even talk, but you're so content? You could be laying in bed together.
Yeah, we'll read or watch videos or whatever.
You're just in your own time, your own headspace.
Yeah.
It is so good for people, and they don't realize it. And so, people that always need that something going on in their mind, it's because they're not used to their mind settling.
Yeah.
And I learned how to do it when I went crazy. Just let your mind just turn everything off.
Mm-hmm.
Put your phone under your pillow. The first 6 minutes are brutal because let me look at this fucking phone. I know somebody texts me. Nothing's going to happen.
Right.
And and then next thing you know, it's a half hour, 45 minutes.
Next thing you know, maybe you have a song. Do you ever do like songwriting during that time?
I think
things come to you.
I think one of the biggest problems right now, at least for me, and I know a handful of other creative people I know, this cell phone stuff is getting in the way. It's noisy.
It's so
TikTok
noisy
stuff. This constant having to post, having to look at, and it's become such a part of like the creative, the creative.
Well, it's
experience.
The new record labels.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. So you don't need a record deal anymore if you work social media.
Yeah, but for me, it's like that quiet place you're talking about is attainable only if you really have time to sit and get in it, and that becomes your sort of habit.
And that's what driving does for you.
Yeah. But like we have to post all day and think of stuff to fucking make content and shit. It's just kind of like that gets in the way for me, just kind of letting the flow happen, and it bugs me.
Well, Matt, for whatever this is worth, and I realize you're not making a fortune, but if you can find somebody that doesn't mind doing the social media stuff for you, it is well worth it, buddy, because what happens is when people start doing the stuff you're not necessarily great at, and you just do the things you're good at, i.e. this show, it flourishes.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid to invest in yourself, to get help in those areas. You know, I'm not trying to sound like a smart old guy, but just from learning all this shit, you're a really, really creative guy. Don't let the fucking weight of the necessities bring you down. You know what I'm saying?
No, totally.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. I mean, it takes a village to put things together sometimes. And, and I think, now, and I see these people on the internet who talk on these little industry gurus who are just say, you got to do it all. It's a different world now. You can figure it out. You're going to be left behind. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, I mean, that it might be true, but it does suck. It's easier to have people who are good at a specific thing.
Every one of those guys is a fucking asshole and doesn't know shit. And I'm going to tell you why that's all bullshit. Because it's all about, first thing you got to do is stand out as a songwriter or a comedian or whatever it is you have to do. You have to stand out amongst them. Once you stand out amongst them, people will do that other shit for you. And so all that, you got to do this, you got to do that. No, you don't. You have to be a great artist. Then you do have to make sure somebody's doing it, but it doesn't have to be you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be all encompassing. Just be a great songwriter. Somebody will post shit.
That's my main concern. I'm a great songwriter.
That's it. Just worry about that.
That's why I admire Matt. He's taking the time to learn his craft, and there's a lot of natural ability in your writing and stuff too, for sure. But not only did you take the time to learn your craft and to take the chance of like going to move to New York, but you're out on the road doing it, and I admire that a lot because there are a lot of artists kind of waiting around for someone to put them on the road or to give them shows and something like that. But you went out and did it. And you've been out. How long have you been on the road now? It's been, you said 3 years with your brother. You guys did some things. Like, pick us up from there. Like,
well, towards the end of that last tour we did, people kept saying to me that they were like, you sound like this band, Andrew Jackson Jihad, and like this folk punk genre that was happening. And like, I didn't really know much about that. But it was in my head, and like, I ended up coming back from that tour, and this guy I know, he asked me to play a show that he couldn't play, which was opening for this guy who worked for this Planet X Records label that was releasing Andrew Jackson Jihad and all this folk punk stuff, and that was kind of serendipitous. So I played the show with him, and next thing you know, he said, "Hey, will you drive out and play this festival that I put on called Planet X Fest?" And this was like 2011, and I said, "Okay, cool." So I ended up just recording a bunch of my songs, really lo-fi into a microphone, acoustic, took this CD out, played this festival, passed 100 copies of it out to people who came from all over the country to this festival, and when they went back, all of a sudden I had people saying, "Hey, come play my house in like Texas, come play my house in Washington State." So it was like it's like blowing a grenade up, and all the shrapnel goes all over the country. And that's how I started networking and booking house show tours.
So that festival was kind of a turning point for you. What was the festival?
It was called Planet X Festival. The label's defunct now. The festival's gone. It's not like a thing. But at the time, it was very helpful to kind of launch that phase of my career. Like, so, and I've been building it since, just booking my own tours and going through that way. And I just recently, the last couple of years, I've started working with actual booking agents to handle it. So it's moving up. Like I said, it's a slow process, but it hasn't gone down.
And you just literally got back from Europe, right? Talk about the Europe tour a little bit.
Europe is every time I go to Europe, or pretty much anywhere.
How many times have you been over there now?
Three
times.
Yeah.
Wow.
My buddy Jack, he does Shibby Pictures. He does videos and music videos for a lot of bands in the underground, and he was familiar with touring Europe and showing his movies on a DIY movie tour. And he took me over there in 2019 or 18 for the first time, and he kind of booked the whole thing. And I just kind of went in the car and played the shows with him while he showed his movies, and that's how I did it the first time. And every time I've done it since then, you've seen more people come to shows. So it's definitely built up. It's just a slow process. It's not like you're getting in front of a million people at once. You're getting in front of like, 10, 20, 30, that's how it kind of goes.
Do you think it gives you a little edge being American over there? Do they like, oh, listen to this guy's American accent? You think it draws a little bit of attention?
Well, it ain't as good as a British accent.
Did you find in England, as you traveled up and down, north, south, fascinating how much the accents change like in America?
Yeah, they were telling me about it, all the different the Cornwall accent,
the
Newcastle Cornwall accent, all the
the Geordies are the craziest, dude. Newcastle.
Oh my God.
And it's just like the U.S. Somebody at one of the shows, the sound guy was asking the guy who was the tour manager for this last tour. He's like the sound guy asked me, he's like, where's he from in America? And He said, I think it's from Oklahoma. And I was just like, Oklahoma? I sound like I'm from Oklahoma. I'm doing a terrible Ringo impression. I'm sorry. I'm just going to stop that.
No, but dude, it's so funny. I remember years ago, I met these 3 guys in the Bahamas or Costa Rica. And I'm sorry, the Dominican, I've never been to Costa Rica, the Dominican. And it was hilarious because all 3 of them were British, but they're all different parts of England. So their accents were it was like 3 different countries almost, but how did they react to you?
They love it. I mean, it's like, it's a little easier to get to people in the UK versus Europe, where the languages aren't, languages are different over there. They can't sometimes, a lot of people know English there, but not as much as in like the UK. Also, like, I have a little harder time with the language barrier there because my stuff's so lyrical. Yeah. But I do notice that if I play the songs a little slower and enunciate more stuff, people will get it. And I've had great receptions everywhere I've been. I haven't had anybody. If you like the stuff I do and you like lyrics and you like music that makes you think and tap your foot, you're going to get into it.
How many countries did you go to over there? And what was the highlight for you for the last European tour?
Rome and Italy was the best
part.
I
saw that picture on Facebook.
Yeah, that was the best part. Me and Jack did a count for me the other day. He always gives me a hard time because he's like, you don't even know where you've been, which is somewhat true. It gets a little bit hazy in their first but I think I've been to 16 countries now.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. I was like, wow, that's not bad. Something to tell people at the bar.
Yeah. Saw the picture of you in front of the Coliseum, man.
Yeah, I played it. It was great.
Is that right?
Played the Coliseum?
No.
I played a coffee bar across the street from this. I can see the Coliseum.
Cool, man. That's still cool. Yeah.
I've never played Rome, so fuck me. Yeah. Matt, hang on with us for a little bit. We're going to do our news here. Just chime in, brother.
Sure.
But, Matt, before we get into it, I want to tell you, man, in all sincerity, like, I followed you from afar. Like I said, I left you alone, just watched. I thought you were great. But to sit down here with you after all these years and hear your journey and experience, man, well done, young man. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
I mean that. Let's get into it, Matt. Let's do some news.
What if your morning coffee held a secret? Well, in the world's blue zones, where people live exceptionally long and vibrant lives, our beans are born. This is Coffee Belong, a rich, smooth coffee grown from a tradition of wellness. It's more than a drink. It's a sip of happiness. Taste the secret. Find your happiness at coffeebelong.com.
Go to coffeebelong.com and use the promo code MickeyTalks for 10% off any order that you've made. But right now, we are going to go to the best news in the biz with the best newsman working, and that's the facts. Matt, what do we got?
So I don't know if you heard, but Southwest is changing their refund policy for plus-size passengers. They're tightening up on its long-standing customer of size policy, and they're saying it could mean fewer refunds for plus-size travelers. This is going to start on January 27th, the same day the airline rolls out assigned seating. Refunds for a second seat will only be given if the flight isn't sold out. Both seats are bought in the same fare class, and a refund is requested within 90 days. The airline now requires anyone who can't fit between 2 armrests to purchase an extra seat up front rather than leaving it optional. That's problems, not weight-wise, but you look at some of these football players too that travel, man, and they cannot sit comfortably in that one seat,
Well, I mean, I have what's the word?
No issues fitting in between 2 armrests?
No, that's not. I have no compassion for big fat people.
What?
Not when you get that big. No.
I don't think it's that big, man. I mean, I'm a pretty small guy, and I mean those seats are tight. They're small seats, man. If I was a little bit bigger, it would be uncomfortable.
No, I hear you. Believe me, I hear you.
I don't think you have to be that big to.
I thought you were talking about like
seats.
people that can't fit in the seat.
Well, they are. They're talking about people that can't fit in between those 2 armrests in the seat.
What are we supposed to? I mean, if it's an NFL player, I feel bad. If it's some lady that's just been eating Frito pie for 35, 40 years, I'm sorry. Like, what, the plane's got to make a special accommodation because you can't put a Suzy Q down at 4 a.m? Like,
I wish that I could buy out all 3 seats every time. Actually,
I wish they made planes where nobody else was on them.
Yeah,
like you could lay down like on a bed.
Yeah,
and it cost the same as flying in a regular plane.
You got to be Taylor Swift. You can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You done any flying in your touring?
Yeah.
He didn't drive to Europe, that's for sure.
I've flown all over the place, literally and figuratively.
Wow.
Let me ask you a quick question, Matt. When you're on the road like that and you're in a different country, you ever gotten sick? Like a cold, like a bad cold?
One time, yeah, I got sick with some weird flu thing when I got to Germany back in 2018. We were sick for like 2 days.
Germany, though, you're safe, like, right? I mean, you go to the doctor over there and everything was fine?
I didn't go to the doctor. We just wrote it out. I had to go get some medication that I left at home on this recent tour, and that was a whole process, going to doctors and getting that prescription, because over there, I couldn't get the medicine for more than 5 days worth that I could get in the U.S. So it was a process, but it worked fast. You know?
Yeah, getting sick when you travel sucks. But getting sick when you travel and you have to sing,
that's got to be
that's
brutal.
Really rough. Yeah.
Tom Waits' version of this.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, on British Airways, there's an attendant that was found naked and high in a plane bathroom. British Airways flight attendant was found naked and apparently high on drugs in the bathroom of a plane on its way to Heathrow Airport. According to the BBC, Hayden Pentecost had methamphetamine and amphetamines in his system while on the job traveling from California to London. He was said to be sweating and babbling in flight and appeared agitated. He had to be relieved of his duties by his manager after he failed to assist with any pre-flight safety checks. Pentecost then locked himself in one of the bathroom stalls, saying he had cramps and needed to change his clothes, only for a coworker to later find him naked and incoherent.
You know, people handle, the work party's different, Matt. You know what I mean?
It's like a new meaning to the Mile High Club.
Yeah, without a doubt. Everybody has their issues, Matt. Let's not judge, shall we? We're not good enough to judge.
That's true. Tell me what you think of this, man. I think this could be a recipe for disaster. There's a Chinese car company that has launched a game that lets you throw virtual emojis at other drivers. So it's a Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer. They've unveiled a quirky new augmented reality feature called Road Rage Reliever. This system lets drivers aim animated emojis like angry faces, shoes, or flip-flops at other cars using a button on the steering wheel. These emojis appear in 3D on an 87-inch wide heads-up display, creating the illusion that they're floating in space about 33 feet ahead of the vehicle. They've described this as technology-driven emotion and part of a shift towards user-focused design that helps drivers release irritation peacefully. How peaceful is that, though, when you're sending sending the bird to somebody?
I don't need those emojis, Matt. I just whip a U-turn and crash right into them. I don't need them emojis. Yeah, if I got something to say, I'm going to just smash right into you.
Yeah.
Hey, you cut me off. Sorry, I just threw you into a lake.
Yeah, I don't think anything good is going to come from throwing emojis at people on the road.
You know somebody's going to hack it, and this emoji will just come out of everybody's mouth.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be bad. Yeah. So Mick, the butt sniffer, has been arrested again for you know what? Butt sniffing. You guessed it, Mick. Not everyone.
This guy's a real dog. I can tell you that much. Yeah. He's going around all day sniffing butts.
They should let him. They should keep him in the dog park.
Yeah, right. This guy should be in a kennel, not a jail.
Khalees Crowder is his name. 38 years old. He's known as the butt sniffer now. Arrested in Burbank after allegedly sniffing a woman's behind at a Walgreens store. It was in Nordstrom before. That seems like a better choice. Like if you were going to be a butt sniffer.
You don't want to sniff butts out of
butts?
Walgreens. No, those are people going in there and buying wipes and some sort of preparation H.
Nordstrom's a little bit better, right?
No, Nordstrom's a good ass. You get the good ass at Nordstrom.
Even Nordstrom Rack is better than Walgreens.
Well, Nordstrom Rack, you start to get a halfway point between Nordstrom and Walgreens. Yeah. That's a step down. The Rack is a step down. It gets a little funkier. By the time you get to Walgreens, your nasal hairs incinerate upon sniffing. Nordstrom's, you're fine. You can do that all day. It's like being in a garden.
Exactly. Crowder is a registered sex offender currently on parole with a history of similar offenses. They're asking anyone who believes they may have been victimized to contact them.
I mean, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
That don't bother me. Guy's a butt sniffer.
It doesn't bother you?
No, I'm saying it doesn't bother me that they're going to report this guy and not let him carry on.
Of course.
He's a menace to ass all over the country.
So, Mick, we got the butt sniffer, and then we have the beef bandit here.
The beef bandit?
Yeah, he's been caught with hundreds of dollars of meat in his pants.
Haven't we all, Matt? One bad Boy Scout meeting and you're an asshole for life. Go ahead.
He's from Louisiana. He's the beef bandit. He's 57-year-old Michael Ardoin.
That guy looks like he runs an outreach program.
Dude, I don't know where any of that meat came from, dude.
For runaway Mormon kids. Like, that's what that guy looked. I used to be in the Mormon church. Yeah, I had 9 wives by the time I was 14.
Dude, I ain't never seen that meat before.
Look at that meat. Look, that is high quality. By the way, what do? You just take it and sell it?
I guess, man. You got to. That's too much red meat to have in your diet for sure, right?
Can we really talk about that dude's picture a second?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. That guy I can't tell if that guy looks like a child molester or like
a meat.
No, you know, he looks like a guy that stands next to the judge, like the bailiff.
Yeah. He
looks like a bailiff that just had a terrible, terrible bender. That's what he reminds me of. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's on some kind of bender.
Yeah. Doing a meat bender.
He was accused of leaving the store with a pant load of meat. And then he returned to the store later to try it again. This time, the suspect's black Honda was found and pulled over with a meat haul of around $300. This arrest adds to his already impressive criminal resume, which includes 74 prior arrests and multiple convictions.
Damn.
I mean, we just hope that the beef bandit and the butt sniffer do not get together.
Yeah.
Some kind of criminal organization.
I'll tell you what, I'd rather sniff that beef than them butts down at them Walgreens.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Not Nordstrom. I would sniff the butts at Nordstrom.
Of course. Got to pick your places right here, man.
Classy ass at Nordstrom.
So there is an Indiana man who was arrested for buying a car with fake movie prop money. Anybody, look at this stuff. It looks pretty real. I got to say, it looks pretty real. He's from Muncie, Indiana. Nathan Durden Washburn has been accused of using movie cash to buy a used Chrysler 300 from a seller on Facebook for $1,500. Reportedly, the transaction went down as it was getting dark, so the seller wasn't able to see that the counterfeit bills were clearly marked with the phrases "for motion picture purposes" and "in props we trust."
I love it. I'm all for a good scam if you can pull it off. It's when you get caught that I think you're an idiot.
Yeah.
If you don't get caught, I'm proud of you.
So there is a teacher that has been on sick leave for 16 years, and she's refusing to test if she's better, to see if she's better. So in 2009, Mick, an unidentified teacher in Germany took sick leave from work, and she hasn't been back since.
Yeah.
So that entire time, the teacher's been able to pull in a full salary from the educational authority. And it wasn't until recently, however, that the authority decided to question her extended absence of 16 years and request proof of illness. And her response was that she's refusing to take the medical test.
Stop paying her.
Estimates suggest this teacher has been able to pull in around $84,000 annually during her sick leave.
That's $1 million, by the way.
Over the years, yeah.
That's $1 million this woman just stole.
Probably over $1 million, right?
Yeah, it is. Four times. How many years?
16 years.
1.3 million.
Yeah.
6 years. Hold on. 6 at 8. 6 times 8, 4. Like 1.2, I think.
I mean, I start feeling weird when I'm out sick for day 2. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to get a doctor's note or something like that.
Yeah,
this lady
insane.
wrote out 16 long years.
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's absolute insanity.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
And last but not least,
hope whatever fake injury she has kills her today. I've been working every day of my life. I don't have anything. That woman made $1 million staying home. I'm supposed to just take that lying down?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit world are we living in, Matt?
I mean, the story the other day was that woman who was complaining because her work wouldn't give her enough work. They didn't give her any work.
Yeah, they didn't give her any work for a year.
Right.
And she filed a complaint.
Yeah.
This lady doesn't show up for 16 years and she just keeps getting a check.
They need to swap gigs. Somebody needs to get them in touch.
It's just amazing.
That would be my dream job, by the way.
Yeah, staying home.
Yeah.
$80,000 a year.
Sure.
I'm telling you what, you'll never find a better employee than me. I won't miss a day. I will not miss a day of work, and you'll never have to worry about me punching in or punching out. I'm going to always be there every day.
So I know you're hesitant about the ocean.
Yep.
You know, because there's sharks in there.
Yeah, and all that water.
And all that water.
Yeah.
What do you think about sharks and a gator swimming together? This happened down in South Carolina. Vacationers were stunned to see sharks and an alligator swimming together near a dock in Hilton Head. I got video here.
Hell yeah, let's see this.
The gator lounged in the shade as the lemon shark swam around.
Oh yeah.
Brian, Lily can't see.
Wow, look. Gator's probably scared shitless.
Yeah.
Look at that gator looking at that shark like, try coming near me. Look at the shark. I ain't going near. Look at the shark right there. Oh my God.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they, they say spectators were expecting a fight between the species, but it never happened. Who do you think would win? Would it be a shark or a gator?
The gator.
You think so?
Yeah, the gator is way more vocal. And it's. I mean, if the shark gets it, that gator's going to roll that shark. Number one. Number two, it's probably stronger. And I think the way that the mouth and the way they fight, I give the advantage. You know what, Matt? If only there was a device.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you remember the video we watched? I think it was last week with the surfer, and the shark breached the water at like, I don't know, 100 miles an hour, and it could just pound on that.
Let's look it up.
That gator.
Would a fully grown alligator win in a fight against a fully grown shark? Let's see what this lady says.
Gator versus shark.
Yeah. It says, thinking longer for a better answer. Great question. Here we go. Let's skip that part. Let's just get to the answer. She's in water, shark's domain, the sharks almost always win. Wow. Oh, wait. In shallow, more brackish water, the gator has a much bigger advantage. Alligators can ambush predators. They can use the bottom in murky water to their advantage. And if the shark can't maneuver well, the gator might clamp down and drown it. So
it sounds to me like it could go either way.
Open water, it's the shark.
Yeah.
Near the shore, it's the gator. It's all about your surroundings.
I'm always surprised, and you'll see those nature shows when they're in the jungle, and you'll see like, certain animals fighting off lions, scaring lions off, and you're like, wow, I never would have thought that animal could have scared a lion away.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
but
I get it.
I've
seen a man scare a lion.
Yeah.
I've seen a grown man, a lion and him were face to face, and the lion was ready to attack. And this dude, I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he didn't do on himself or anything, because that's how I would have won the argument. I would have just taken the poop out of my pants and thrown it at the lion.
Like a monkey.
And he'd been like, oh, this dude smells like shit. I ain't eating that. That dude's bad.
It'd be like, oh, that's a monkey.
Damn right.
Eat you.
That's what I'm going to do if I go to jail, too. Day one, I'm going to cover myself in poop. You're going to rape me. You're going to have fun. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be work to get to me. For real, I got this planned out.
You could just take your clothes off. That'll deter at least 50%.
I don't know if it would. I look pretty good naked, Matt, to a lot of these guys. But I'm just saying, if you cover yourself in poop, you got a better shot of people leaving you alone.
That's true. Yeah.
And I don't mind the smell. It's mine. Is that news?
That's the news.
Great job. Matt Pless joining us today, one of the best songwriters this town's ever had.
Let's get him to break his guitar out.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Matt, would you first of all, I'm going to put you on the spot and make you play my favorite song from 40 years ago or whenever you wrote this song. It's like 30 years ago, right?
That long ago.
How old are you?
Old enough to know better.
Whenever you're ready, buddy.
Should we get him the other mic too? Should we put one mic on vocals? And Matt, can you put that mic on the guitar?
Is this one here?
Bring that one down.
Bring this one down.
I'm going to come over to you, buddy.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, mattpless.com. We got you linked up. Just want to make sure we can hear everything. So we're going to get a microphone on the guitar. And we're going to get a microphone on Matt's vocals, so
and just lean
it'll
into
hopefully
it as
sound
much
good.
as you can, Matt, without the guitar messing with you.
Check.
How's that, buddy? Does that work?
Try the best we can.
All right.
What are you going to do for us, Matt?
Yeah, I'm just a long lost kid who likes being destructive. Act like I want to be. Don't pay dues. There you go.
I love that song, man. Tell me that's not a Green Day.
Yeah, no,
I love it, dude.
Outlet,
I love
man.
it. All right. So, Matt, obviously, thank you, buddy, for doing that.
obviously you're a much more mature and your songwriting has gone to a place that's just unbelievable. So why don't you tell us about, you play whatever you want us to hear. Tell us a little about the song and how you ended up at this spot.
Oh man, what kind of songs you want to hear?
Whatever you want to play, dude. I mean, most of my audience are rock people.
Okay, I'll do this one.
Right.
This is off my new album that's not out yet, but you can hear the single on Spotify. Is that in tune? Okay,
Sounds good enough.
This is a song called "Coming Through the Ride." So here's to the hippies, things turned out swell. There's good intentions paved the road to hell, and you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. The counterculture was bought and sold, and sex, drugs, and rock and roll overdosed, and you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. No, the fame ain't what it's cracked up to be. It's hard to explain, but trust me when I say it's mob rule down at the guillotine. Let the heads and the good times roll. They said all you need is love. Just try to imagine. We gave peace a chance and it killed John Lennon. You hate him, you love him. Some say he had it coming. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. So here's to the tie-dyed utopian dreams. But yesterday's saints make tomorrow's thieves, and you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. If they fooled you once, they can fool you twice. You can't trust the truth if it's advertised, and you can blame it on everyone having too much of a good time. You know the fame, it ain't gonna set you free. A runaway train, you chase it anyway. The falling star in the guillotine. Let the heads and the good times roll. They said all you need is love. Just try to imagine. We gave peace a chance and it killed John Lennon. You hate him, you love him. Some say he had it coming. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. Don't you want me to love you? It's coming down fast, but it's miles above you. Tell me, sell me the answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer. And the fame, it's based on a chance you take. The bargain one makes the price you're gonna pay. The brass ring blade of the guillotine. Let the heads and the good times roll. They said all you need is love. Just try to imagine. We gave peace a chance and it killed John Lennon. You hate him, you love him. Some say he had it coming. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven. Found paradise lost on the wrong side of heaven.
Yeah, man. What a great song, dude.
Thanks, man. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I got to take that song in,
I
dude.
know, man. The lyrics, everything is just beautiful.
Dude,
Thanks,
the Lennon, that's a tribute, I'm guessing, to Lennon, right? A little bit?
Sorta.
Or sort of an attack on him,
Well,
one way or the other.
It's just a kind of a metaphor for how I look at counterculture movements a lot. And a lot of times throughout history, you see them with the best intentions, and sometimes they sort of end up becoming the things they end up hating in some ways.
Who was it? Was it Todd Rundgren? I think it's Todd Rundgren who very famously said in the 70s, it's really easy to give peace a chance when you're sitting in your mansion with $10 million. And he was basically saying when Lennon wrote that, he didn't relate to people. It's easy to say, love everybody and just treat each other good when you have everything you want. But the line that stood out in me hearing that song for the first time, you can't trust the truth if it's advertised.
Yeah.
What a line that is, dude.
Thanks.
Like, and I've heard that song now. That's it. That line went bang.
hit me right in the face. That's brilliant, dude.
Thanks, man.
I love that song.
It's like one of my. It's okay. No, I was saying that's like one of the goals I have with writing lyrics is like I want to like punch someone in the face with the line, and before they recover, hit them with another line.
Yeah.
Just keep hitting them until at the end of the song they're so stunned they got to go back and look at the whole thing again.
Well done. You just beat the shit out of me. So I'm gonna go back and look.
Okay.
Matt, listen, man. You know, I wish I knew exactly what to tell you for you to get where you want to get with your career. But all I can tell you is this: you're doing it. And if that opportunity comes, you're ready. Your songs are fantastic. As an artist, you're incredible. And as a dude, you're awesome, bro. So you're not going to, but I'm 56 and I still believe.
Thanks,
you know
man.
what I'm saying, dude?
Thank you.
So don't stop
Absolutely.
ever doing it.
Yeah.
Ever. You're incredible.
So that's part of a new album that you have coming together right now, then?
Yeah, it's all done. It's actually going to be out in October. I forget what date exactly. I have it written down at home based on astrology. But
we're going to get into that weird shit on the next episode.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, I think there's something to it. I don't know, but what's it called? It's coming out in October sometime, and it's a little more folky than like folk punk. But you know, it's good if you like catchy songs that you can sing in the shower, and you'll dig it.
Have you ever written like an English pub kind of sing-along song, like a?
Oh, totally. I got one of those. Yeah.
Let me hear a little bit of it. Do you mind, Matt?
No, man.
It's my favorite kind of
let's definitely
songs,
play
and when
this.
It's as close to that.
Okay, cool, brother. Do what you got to do. Hold on, he's got to put his braces on. Putting his headset on. Take the headphones off first, Matt. All right, there you go. All right.
This is sort of like this.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Is the camera on me or him, Matt? Okay.
I might have wanted this even more like this. I just don't know. But this is what's coming to mind right now.
All right, buddy.
All right. It's the shape of things to come. It's that moment in the sun. It's the wild, reckless turning of the tide. Sure as every shout begins with a whisper in the wind, can't deny it's quite a time to be alive. It's the changing of the guard, it's the calm before the storm. At the crossroads when you're forced to draw the line. Give some love and take a stand, cause the future's in your hands, starting once upon a time to be alive. It's the sound of the alarm, it's the push against the grain. It's the single rebel candle that ignites a million flames. It's an ocean overflowing, flooding when the levee breaks. It's when you say, the sky's the limit, when the ground is giving way. It's the riots in the streets, it's a war you wage for peace. It's the opposition's brazen battle cry. Through the widening divide where alliances collide, fighting blindly for a time to be alive. It's the blazing path to pave with each turning of a page. It's the moral of a story gone awry. It's the poetry of truth. It's a song that sings the blues, playing softly for a time to be alive. It's the tolling of the bell. It's an echo loud and clear. It's the shackles round your ankles. It's the flowers in your hair. It's a foreplan for destruction. It's a roadmap toward repair. It's what appears along a highway leading anywhere but here. It's the progress through the cracks in a ceiling made of glass. It's a finger on the button, say goodbye. Through the widening divide where alliances collide, fighting blindly for a time to be alive. It's the point of no return, it's the lessons that you learn. It's the flags for gods or facts you stand behind. Bridge a gap or build a wall, some will rise and some will fall. Either way, oh, what a time to be alive. With our weary heads held high as we face an uphill climb. Better keep on keeping on, cause a change is gonna come. Sing it loud, oh, what a time alive.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Matt. God damn. I don't know what to say. I'm blown away, bro. Incredible, man.
Dude, I follow you from afar online on Instagram and Facebook, and every new song you post, man. I'm all over it. I'm entranced every single time, dude.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Fascinating dude, man, and great songwriter. God, I could listen to this all day.
Yeah.
I got a new guy to add to my Spotify
for sure
list, man.
Show him the records that he's put out, because you put out, I know, CDs, but you also put vinyl out as well. He brought a couple vinyl records.
So let's see if I remember the breakdown. Here's when Matt was completely wasted on LSD most every day of his life.
Back it up a little bit, mate.
How we doing? Tell me when to stop.
Right there. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this one Matt was wasted for a year or two, right? What year is this, buddy? I'm kidding.
I'd say 2014, 15.
2014. You went through sort of a trippy, kind of psychedelic.
Yeah, I tripped over myself and landed on an album.
And then this might be one of my favorite album covers I've ever seen. I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I'm a big fan of the old. Like, I think Nevermind the Bullocks is one of the best album covers of all time. I think the original Clash album, the cover is incredible. The original Ramones album was great. Dude, I would put this cover right there with any of them. I mean, it's just such a badass punk rock.
Yeah, it's a cool album cover,
photo, man. Like,
who took the photo? Is that something you took?
No, that was my friend Chandrika. She lives in Pittsburgh, plays in a band called Lilith. She had this on her Instagram, and I was looking for a cover for this record, which was about a broken relationship and this girl that I was dating at the time. Not this girl, but the record was about a girl, and I needed a record cover that would kind of encapsulate that. So I thought, this is a great cover of a girl looking rock and roll. I'm going to ask her if I can use this for the coverage. She said, yeah, and there it is. So, yeah.
And that went over well with everybody else in your life at the time, right? I'm joking, too. I know the story. You just told me the story, remember?
Yeah.
I won't do that to you. Yeah. That's hilarious, though. So, no, but dude, when you look back on your career, can you see what you were going through? Do you know what you were going through with each album?
Yeah, totally. It's all a moment in time,
Yeah. Do you like that aspect of your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you ever get Alzheimer's, you just listen to your record and be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Amazing.
We're getting lots of great comments here.
What are you on? Do you know
about music? Great songwriter, impressive. Right here, Marty says those songs were amazing. There's a bunch of them on here though. You're getting lots of great comments though,
awesome.
Matt.
Is that Rumble?
Thanks, everybody.
I don't know, because this is our thing that aggregates all of them from everywhere. Yeah.
Well, listen, bud, Matt, incredible. We're gonna end the show with our little thing here we do with music. Please chime in, Matt. Don't be shy. Matt, let's go ahead and let's do the hammer jokes. Do we have that? Yeah, I got a show. Hey, Baltimore, are you ready to laugh? Well, come see me at the brand new Hammer Jokes Comedy Club, located in the Bowman Restaurant on Harford Road in Kearney, Maryland. I'm going to be there for the grand opening weekend, October 3rd and 4th. Hammer Jokes is a brand new comedy club committed to uncensored live comedy. It's what comedy was always supposed to be. Join us October 3rd and 4th at the brand new Hammer Jokes Comedy Club, featuring me opening weekend. I hope to see you there. Tickets on sale soon. Look out for details. There it is.
I know that guy.
Yeah, I know that guy too. I can't stand him, but apparently he's really good at what he does. Let's
Go
get
see
to
it for
it.
yourself.
Yeah, let's get to it. Brought to us by Hammer Jokes. Here it is, my favorite part of the show every week. It is Matt's Music Minute.
Wow.
Matt.
So Sting has come under fire by his band. It's 2 against 1 in the Police, as Andy Summers and Stuart Copeland have reportedly filed a lawsuit against Sting, claiming that they're owed millions in royalties.
I believe it, by the way.
It was filed in London's High Court under the General Commercial Contracts and Arrangements. Source tells The Sun. This has been coming for quite some time. Lawyers tried repeatedly to reach out an out-of-court settlement, but hit a stalemate. And Andy and Stuart decided there was no alternative than court, so they pressed the button. They say they are owed millions in lost royalties. The suit is believed to center around the trio's only #1 song. 1983's Every Breath You Take, which Summers feels he should have been credited as the co-writer of, as he talked about it in his interview in October 2023.
I saw the interview. I've read extensively about it because I love the Police.
Yeah.
I love Stuart Copeland as
For
a
sure.
drummer.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what I will say. Andy Summers is right. When you find out how that song became what it is and how it was orchestrated and put together,
Yeah.
he has every bit of a songwriter credit on that as Sting does.
Sure.
Sting wrote the lyrics and the melody, obviously, but a lot of those parts and the arrangement, the other two are incredibly involved on. And I find Sting to be one of the greatest musicians of his generation, one of the greatest singers, but also one of the biggest assholes you'll ever meet in your life. Just an arrogant fuck. I guess he deserves it, but
hopefully he makes it right. The spokeswoman for Sting denies the suit is related to Every Breath You Take, but would not elaborate on the case. So that's all we know for now.
You know what's kind of funny about that is if the two other bandmates ever take this to the next level and come attack him, he can't call the police.
That's a good line, Matt. I'm proud of you. That's a good one.
So there was an arrest made in the burglary at the home of Lionel Richie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, suspect is being held after an early morning burglary attempt at the Beverly Hills home of singer-songwriter Lionel Richie.
Yeah, the weird part, I read in the police report, he came down the steps and he kept saying, hello? Hello? Hello?
Nobody answered, huh?
Is it me you're looking for?
Is it my safe you're looking for?
Yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
Beverly Hills police were called to the home just after midnight Friday to check on a report of a stranger on the property. According to police, an intruder entered the home but was scared off by security alarms. The 76-year-old music legend was at home at the time, but no one was hurt and nothing was taken.
By the way, I don't know how people feel about him because he was such a pop star in the 80s.
Lionel Richie?
Yeah, but in my eyes, he is one of the great American songwriters. Lionel Richie, you agree, man? I mean,
I don't know much by him, honestly. I know the hits, but like I don't know much by. I've never delved deep into him. So
man, if you get into shit like the Commodores and stuff,
the Commodores,
and his solo career and what he like, what's this song? Endless Love.
Yeah,
I mean, what an unbelievable song. I mean, it that if you're a rock guy or whatever, just look at it as a song, as a craft.
Like if you're pulling up to the light, you definitely turn it down.
Yeah, you don't want anybody to hear it. As soon as you take off that, you're crying and singing your ass off to that song. We've all been there. I think I have Lionel Richie on my Mount Rushmore of American songwriters. The guy's incredible.
Who else is up there?
For me, as American songwriters, if I had to really pick them, I
Paul McCartney.
No,
one.
American.
Oh, American.
Yeah, I would put Springsteen up there, even though he gets on my nerves. Dylan, certainly. I would probably I have Lionel Richie there. Smokey Robinson is another one. Carole
What about
King,
Paul Simon?
Paul Simon. I mean, the list is massive, but Lionel Richie is unbelievable.
You forgot one.
Matt Pless. Well,
Matt Pless.
Listen, you're so young, Matt. I have to order some more granite to carve your head. So give me time, my friend. Give me time.
So are you interested in hearing music from rock stars' kids? Does that interest you at all?
Depends what kid. And yeah.
Sorry, have you heard Pablo Dylan?
No.
You'll want to, but not because it's good. You got to check it out. It's Bob Dylan's grandson.
Yeah.
I hope he's not listening because I'll never get to meet his granddad.
Right.
But like,
okay. Well, I was actually a fan of. Is it Jacob Dylan?
Jacob's great.
I love Jacob.
I almost love Jacob more than Bob. I know that's probably sacrilegious to say that.
I'll be honest with you. Up until 2 years ago, I listened to way more.
Love the Wallflowers.
I listened to way more Wallflowers than I did Dylan until I learned Dylan.
I think it just took me a long time personally to get Dylan.
That's me too. My son got it for me.
And I don't love Dylan, but I appreciate him and I love his writing. But
it's hard to listen to.
Yeah.
But I have this thing with him now where I just listen to the lyrics. I don't care about his voice. The songs are great.
And I think Matt mentioned, I don't know if it was on the air or not, but he's written so much stuff that other artists have done too. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's the guy. I mean, yeah.
Well, now Jason Bonham's son, which would be John Bonham's grandson, his name is Jagger Henry. He's released a song called Heaven Sent. It's a new song with his band called Hollow Pact. You can check it out on YouTube. And, it's weird because even when, like you said, Matt, even when it's not great, the curiosity is still there. I still want to go and listen to it.
Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't necessarily come with DNA. You know?
Did either one of you hear the Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley's son collaboration when they did that song?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
Gene Simmons' birthday today, by the way.
Oh, that's right. I would like to thank.
Happy birthday.
I would like to wish myself, Gene Simmons of Kiss, a happy birthday.
If you get the Kiss birthday cake right now, kissonline.com.
You can go to kissonline.com right now. And
Get
if
a
you
Kiss
would,
birthday cake.
for $49.99, you can send me a happy birthday telegram.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad got me backstage to see Kiss at Hammerjacks during sound check.
I was there.
Oh,
Were you there?
Yeah, yeah.
I was managing that.
Far out,
I
man.
probably met you that night, dude.
Possibly so. I
Yeah.
remember.
Did you stay for the show? Were you able to?
No, we couldn't. We just got the sound check because my cousin was really into Kiss, and I just came along. But we met Paul Stanley backstage, and I just remember seeing this whole crowd of girls pushing through like
Yeah.
the barricade.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it was a wild
Yeah.
memory. man.
Yeah, dude. I remember when Paul walked in the back door with the tour manager. You know, it's Paul. Dude, I wore the makeup as a kid.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I loved Kiss. So when he's walking at you, you're like, here it is.
You know, I trademarked that makeup.
I trade your face recognition.
You
owes
owe me, you owe Kiss exactly
$39.
$39.
Right. But Paul comes walking down that back hallway, and I see him, and I'm standing right there, and he's looking right at me, and I just said, "Hey, Paul, how are you doing?" And he's like, "It's great. I'm so glad to be here. Where's the stage?" And I was like, "It's right through that door, Mr. Stanley." He goes, "Call me Paul." And I walked through. He walked on stage. I followed him, and they ripped in him, Eric Singer, and Bruce Kulick, I think it was at that time.
Yeah.
And then Gene was sick, laying down in the bus. He came in later, but they ripped through about 5 Led Zeppelin songs together. That was sick.
That's what they sound checked?
All Zeppelin.
Wow.
And then when Gene came in, they did half of Detroit Rock City, Love Gun, and Hard Luck Woman.
I'm fascinated that they sound checked with a bunch of Zeppelin tunes. That's
All it
wild.
was. It was wild as shit. They did a whole lot of Love. They did Good Times, Bad Times. They ripped into Ramble On. Like, it was just kind of Paul playing shit.
Yeah.
Then the band would just follow him.
That's pretty cool.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome.
You guys were like 25 then.
Me?
Yeah.
I was probably, that's probably 91.
That was like 11.
So 68. Yeah, I was about 23.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, it's unreal, dude.
Wow.
Unreal.
23 at Hammerjacks managing.
Managing it, dude. 21, I was managing it.
Yeah.
It was nuts. 18, 19, I started doing the bikini contests. It was wild, man. I don't know how I survived.
Yeah.
I guess not drinking and doing drugs, seriously.
Yeah.
Because if I would have been a drinker or drug taker, I'd have never made it
Yeah,
out
that
of
could
there
have been
alive.
bad being at Hammerjacks.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. It almost killed the owner.
Yeah.
So imagine what it done to my little ass.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Madonna is reportedly cooling it with the more intense cosmetic procedures.
Good.
And she's reportedly doing it because her 29-year-old boyfriend likes her the way she is. Madonna just turned 67.
Let's see her.
This is before and after.
She looks like absolute shit.
Yeah.
That picture on the right is horrific.
Yeah.
The one on the left is a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
The one on the right, it looks like an alien. She looks like a gray. Don't you agree?
She does look like a very alien-like.
You know what the grays are, right? It's that that alien.
The big head with the big eyes.
Yeah, that's what she looks like.
Yeah.
Look at that.
She went too far.
What the fuck? The queen of pop.
She went too far.
She looks like she's gonna pop. Look at her. Look at them lips.
She's got a 29-year-old boyfriend named Akeem Morris, and she's starting to listen to Akeem, according to a source. She doesn't normally listen to anyone, but she does to him. She now wants to own being 67. I think it's a little too late for that.
Yeah, 67. You look like more like a 69 that went wrong. What are you talking about, idiot?
The source adds that she's doing less invasive things like LED lights, oxygen facials, and lymphatic drainage, whatever that is.
Stop right there, Matt.
What's lymphatic drainage?
Who cares? It ends up like that.
It's like your lymph nodes probably being drained. I don't know.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Scary, man.
I might sound like an idiot. I don't know if that's true.
That's the problem with fame. You try so hard to stay famous that you fuck yourself up. Look at Betty White. Betty White was the greatest woman that ever lived in the entertainment business, was in her 90s.
But she aged pretty well, you got to admit, for a 90-year-old lady.
Look at Madonna.
Yeah,
Bring that picture back up, honestly. Look at the lady on the left. What year do you think that was? I guarantee you she was in her 50s then. Do you really think in the last 15 years that she would have looked so horrific? It would have been worse than that fucking whatever that thing is on the right that she represents.
You know what I
now?
think? I think you're right. I think she was in her 50s, maybe 40s, 50s when she had that one on the left. And she was probably having work done then. And she was like, oh, well, it works.
Stop right there. What is wrong with that?
I hear you.
How are you
going to... But then things start to like sag and move again.
Here's what happens with these idiots. Every one of them, women, men, all of them. They get to that age and they go, oh, I still want to be a pop star and be relevant. So I got to compete with Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift. And these girls are young and pretty and their bodies are tight. And they think that's what they got to do. Where instead they should embrace who they were and who they've become. And we'd all go on the fucking journey with them. Like I just did with Billy Idol or Rod Stewart or David Lee Roth or these people that I just went to see that are 70. Rod Stewart's in his 80s and they were fantastic and did not look like circus clowns. The problem I'm having right now, why I get worked up, I really thought Madonna was a breakthrough, brilliant artist. She was she was visual, she was a visionary, and then she just fell for being relevant forever. Like David Bowie, she was the female Bowie.
Yeah,
Bowie got older and put a shirt and tie on.
Yeah,
combed his hair and said, I'm 60. I can't. Mick Jagger, same thing. He stayed in shape, but those guys look. You know what I mean? They look like older dudes.
Yeah, but there's a difference between men and women. Like men, people have told me anyway. This isn't what I'm saying, but they say that they think men age more gracefully than women.
They do,
and there's probably a lot more pressure put on women for their appearance.
My point is, name a star that's an icon. Matt, you're a punk rock. You probably never liked Madonna in your life.
I love Madonna.
Okay,
she's banger hits.
Right. So you understand though that she's an icon.
Yeah.
My point, Matt, Paul McCartney, icon. Right now he aged well, sure. Rod Stewart, icon, aged better. Dolly Parton, got some work done.
Did she get some work done on her face?
Bit. Yeah, she had a facelift.
Because I was going to say her.
But not reconstructed. Look at her jawline.
Well, see, you know what the other problem is? That we don't have this stuff. There's no way we have this stuff perfected yet. So, it's your face. You're going to go in there and, what's the margin for error when you get a procedure done like this?
I think she had what is this bone called? The fulcrum or whatever? Is that the fulcrum?
I don't know.
I might be screwing it up. Anyway, no, I don't know. I might get the name wrong.
Just like your
whatever
jaw,
this is right here, this bone, look at her on the left and then look on the right. That bone is gone. How does her face? Look at her. Look at from like this part of her face right under her eye on the right. Down to her chin, and then look on the left and see how it goes in more naturally. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That's been reconstructed.
Oh, absolutely.
That's sick. You're removing bones from your face. Like, I can't respect that.
Yeah. Well, you know what happens? You get in there, you probably get a procedure done when you got all that money. And the doctor's like, you know what? If we just did a little, it would really do your face some good if you did a little some of that. It'd be a real easy procedure.
See this right here, Matt?
Yeah.
That little gobble thing. Yeah. I was a lot heavier at one point, right? I still have chins. I know a plastic surgeon that would probably do it for free. No lie. You know what he said to me?
What?
He's like, dude, we'll cut this. That's all he said to me. He goes, oh, I got to do it. He goes, I'll cut this here, pull it back, and I'll put a little piece in here and extend your chin a little bit, just a little bit, because you have a very weak chin. And if you look from the side, I do. I have a very weak chin. You know what I mean? It just goes straight down. But he wanted to, and I looked at him like, you out of your fuck? I don't mind being a fat guy with a small chin.
You just need you need a clothespin, man. It'll be fine.
But you know what I mean? Like, I know I would look better. Hey, this is how the fuck I look. Why do I?
Yeah.
Why do I need to? I'm 56.
Yeah.
You think some 22-year-old girl's going to see me tomorrow with my chin and tucked in and go, oh, that guy's got to be clearly in his 20s. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I feel so. I loved Madonna. I did. I thought she was just a brilliant artist, man, a spectacle.
Well, it's what happened to Michael Jackson, unfortunately, too, man, with his face.
Yeah, that fame shit, man, it just makes you addicted.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, know what I'm addicted to, and it's going to happen for me. 5 years of fame. That's it. I want that 5-year fame money. When you make your first 50 to 100 million, then you're out.
Right off into the sunset?
Going. No, I'm not going to ride off. I just don't give a shit after that.
Gotta leave with the bag, man.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Leave with the bag.
Yep.
What else we got? Now that you ruined my day with a goddamn Martian you just brought on the show.
Sorry to ruin. I think back to the '80s Madonna.
Yeah, and then look what happened. She time traveled to some other planet, and they made her look like her.
She's an alien. Maybe she is an alien.
I'm telling you. Look at that face. Bring it up one more time, Matt. Just imagine.
God, you really want to do this?
Yeah, imagine that gray thing one more time. Look, on the right. I'm telling you, people have described her coming in the living room when they were passed out on the couch and given anal probes. That's what they look like. They're the aliens that do that on the right. She's an anal prober.
Take me to your leader.
Sean Penn like it.
Come up close. What's that?
Sean Penn like.
Yeah, Sean Penn. Hell yeah. But Sean Penn banged her before she looked like an alien.
Oh, he may have got anal probed.
Yeah, he got anal probed. All right. Yeah, what else we got, Matt?
So some Neil Young fans were flooded out of their seats at his concert over the weekend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got video here. The Jones Beach Theater in New York City, suburb of New York on Long Island, is one of the more scenic venues on the summer amphitheater circuit as it sits on Zacks Bay. The problem is that the orchestra pit is below sea level and is prone to flooding. That was the case Saturday at Neil Young's show due to the high tide from Hurricane Aaron. You can see the giant puddle of water there. Fans with general admission tickets were given the option of a refund or being moved to a reserved seat in the stands, which left the pit empty except for the water that slowly drifted in throughout the set.
I mean, first of all, I hate Neil Young, so I'm not a fan, so I'm kind of glad. But I hate it for the fans.
Yeah.
Do you like Neil Young?
I like some Neil Young stuff. I know people who are really, really into Neil Young. I'm not really, really into
I'm not
him.
either.
I like some stuff. He's a good songwriter. Sometimes his voice doesn't work for me in the opposite way that like Tom Waits' voice doesn't work for me. But mostly I just listen to like songs. I want to hear the song.
Structure and the lyrics.
Like Tom Waits took me a minute to get into him, but like once I gave
what a great song.
Rain Dogs the album chance, I was like, this is great. When I read the lyrics, I was like,
he's next level. But I hear you, man. Neil Young, I go like this every time. I just yawn. He bores the shit out of me.
Yeah, I like some stuff.
I don't like anything.
I'm not a massive fan either.
I guess that thing about the horse with no name, that's kind of cool. Isn't that him?
Yeah.
That's a cool song. But
I like Cinnamon Girl, the bigger songs.
Long May You Run's a good song. Cinnamon Girl.
Yeah. I'm
Needle
over
and Damage Done.
Rockin' in the Free World, of course, the staple, Not a fan?
Right. It's okay.
Yeah.
I just find him to be fake.
You ever been rained out of a concert, though? I got rained out of an indoor Black Crow show years ago. It was at Bohager's back when they were doing concerts.
I remember the show. It was under the
around.
tent, right?
Yeah. It was a monsoon outside.
Yeah.
And there was a hole in the ceiling.
And it was gushing in.
Just rained directly on Chris Robinson.
Yeah.
They had to stop the show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yep, under that big tiki thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember it well.
So Rob Halford wants to do an album of Tony Bennett songs.
Hell yeah.
Judas Priest frontman told Ultimate Classic Rock an album of him performing the songs of the late great singer is something he might want to tackle. He says, I don't know how I would go about it, but I'm going to get a move on it, especially if I want to do something like that. That would be an interesting mix of metal and Tony Bennett songs.
Yeah, but I love the way Tony Bennett talked. You remember Tony Bennett?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's great to be here, man. So happy to be here. And I just love singing for everybody. And, I was a big Judas Priest fan. I never really talked about it in my younger days, but
I was hell-bent for leather, man.
I was hell-bent for leather in my beautiful Sears sucker suit.
My one friend said that she used to. They used to come into Ritz Cabaret back in the day. Judas Priest.
Who did?
Judas Priest come through there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Dude,
that's actually surprising to me.
Nah, dude.
Rob Halford would come through there.
He might not have been there.
Yeah, he was there. She actually used to hang out with him. She went to their hotel and hang out.
Oh, right. No, yeah. The band would go in there, and next door was a Boy Scout recruitment area, and that's where. No, I'm kidding.
Come on.
I'm kidding. These are jokes, Matt. These are jokes at Rob's expense. I love Rob Halford.
Me too.
I told you my Rob Halford Hammerjack story, right?
No.
Yeah, I did.
What's your Rob Halford story?
When I had to go up to the dressing room and he was in there by himself.
No.
And he asked me to stay a little bit. And I was like,
come on. Did he really?
I mean, he didn't say anything gay. He's like, nice to meet you. And I was like, it's great to meet you, Mr. Halford. Do you need anything? Why don't you sit down and chat for a bit? So I sat down and we started talking. He said, tell me about yourself. And then all of a sudden I realized it wasn't like,
you're getting a weird vibe?
Yeah, it's got a weird vibe. That's all. And then he was not disrespectful. He did nothing like that. It was just in my head.
But I got up and left, and then about an hour later, there was another scare, but not from me. Anyway, they were great. It wasn't Judas Priest. It was Fight. Remember when he was in Fight?
Yeah.
And in fact, that's the night I met Russ, who actually the guitar player, who is Satchel in the funny band, the Steel Panther. The guitar player was the guitar player in Fight.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then anyway, great times.
So here's something weird. Somebody spotted Post Malone on Google Maps.
What?
Yeah. So there was a Reddit user who
Damn, he is big.
He saw good old Posty at a cafe on Google Maps in Paris, France, of all places. I got the photo right here. You can see him in the left-hand corner, which is hilarious because most people would
that really is him.
They'd be unrecognizable in Google Maps, but with the grainy photos and all. But Post Malone, he's got the tattoos and the cowboy clothing, and he can't really hide anywhere. So isn't that weird and random? That Post Malone is on Google Maps, Google Earth, and somebody randomly found him in Paris.
No, I agree. That's awesome. Yeah. By the way, do you know that Roseanne Barr is on Google Earth too?
She is.
Yeah, if you just go hover over Google Earth over Hawaii, just over the whole island, you can see her. She's big.
She's got a peanut.
She stands out, dude. I'm just saying. You see the water coming up to the beach, and then you see a hotel, and then it almost looks like it's a what is that called when the sun gets blocked?
An eclipse.
An eclipse of the rest of Hawaii.
Wow.
And when you zoom in, it's just Roseanne in a tank top.
You know, Roseanne's got a nut farm out there, right? Remember that show?
Yeah, it's called her house.
Yeah,
dude. By the way, there's no bigger Roseanne fan on the planet than me.
Yeah,
she is. I think she's hilarious.
I love her too. Dude, they did her so dirty by having whatever that new Roseanne show was called without her on it. They killed Roseanne.
That's not what happened. She came on it, then she said that dumb shit, and then the network said, "We'll still do the show, but you can't be on it."
That's what I'm saying. They should have had her back, I feel like.
Of course, they canceled her.
Right.
And then she went on to do 2 Netflix specials and became bigger than she ever was. They're morons.
They did her dirty.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap it up with some dude on social media impressively whistling the guitar solo from Freebird.
Hell yeah, I'm going to be into this. I can't take it anymore.
It goes on for like 4 minutes.
Oh, stop it. That's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time now. All right, Matt, what a great story. Matt Pless, buddy, so great to see you again and hear all your success. And I'll do whatever I can for you, buddy. I know Matt will too, man. We think you're a great artist.
Appreciate you.
And then really have enjoyed watching you just do it, man. That's the coolest part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is very inspiring.
Yeah, remember, used to send Noise in the Basement. Was it Noise in the Basement?
Yeah.
Used to send way back. He sent them the Christmas 3-prong outlet song years ago.
I remember. I think I still have it, man.
You were the first guys to play us on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great to hear, man.
And we got the demo you produced by us, too. I got
you
it at my
still
house.
have that? I produced it? Look at that.
Yep.
I'd love to hear that,
That's
dude.
amazing.
I have it at the house.
I'd love a copy of that.
So real quick, what is next for you? Are you doing anything local in this area, or what's the next tour? What do you have coming up?
I got an album coming out, and I might have a tour for some dates in October in the U.S. Not too long.
Do you play locally in the hometown? Or?
I would love to play more here. There's not.
Yeah.
I played the Auto Bar before. You know,
we have a special little place we need to show you.
Yeah.
Right, Mick?
Yeah, it's not a little, but yeah, we do.
No.
But I can help you with that.
Okay, cool.
By the way, I will. That I can help you with.
Yeah, it's odd that I. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was going to say getting you in some places, and now when you perform, is it all original all the time?
It can be.
Yeah. No, I just want do you go out and do a deck and do covers and originals and make some money?
Yeah.
Or are you more of an original guy only?
Well, usually when people hear my stuff, they don't want to hear covers.
Yeah.
I love that line.
But
It's true though, man.
Yeah. Hey, would you rather hear this Beatles song or this shit I wrote that's way better?
No, it's like, but no, I tend to not do like the 2 hour, like 3 hour, like cover sets because it's just like my voice wears out. And
Sure.
I want to save it. But like an hour set, 2 hours sometimes, like, mix between covers and the originals.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, Matt, we will do that.
I wonder if he's going to be around September 11th. We should invite Matt to
Yeah,
come
you
by,
in town
for the
September 11th?
Spinal Tap 2.
Yeah.
So we're premiering Spinal Tap 2. Did you ever see the first one?
Yeah, of course.
The second one looks hilarious.
Oh, nice.
We're going to premiere that here the day before the world release.
Oh, cool.
And we have Never Never, a band playing a set first from the 70s, all the classic rock, then the movie. So if you and your dad and some guests want to come, you'd be our guests, and we'd love to have you.
I'm thinking
awesome.
you should jump up before Never Never and do a tune or something.
Oh,
man.
yeah, we can work it all out.
Acoustic Spinal Tap. I don't know if I can do an acoustic Spinal Tap cover.
There you go.
That's a lot, but yeah, I'd love to come. My first single from my record, or the second single from my record, comes out that day actually too. So.
Perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to get out of here. Matt, always a pleasure, buddy.
Thanks.
So proud of you. I haven't seen you in so long. Well done, my friend.
Thanks. Man.
Great job. Matt, take it from here, buddy.
Yeah.
Where do they go to find us?
Well, by the way, if you want to get tickets to Spinal Tap 2, you can do that right now by sending an email to mickeytalkspod@gmail.com. Put Spinal Tap 2 in the subject line, and then give us your name. We'll get you a pair of tickets. It's going to sell out, so do it soon. You can find all the information in the description as well. And Mickey Talks merch is available, too. You can go to mickeytalks.com, grab yourself a T-shirt.
Oh, one other thing. If you're in the Gaithersburg area, I will be there Friday and Saturday night at Give a Hoot Comedy Club in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Friday and Saturday night. Come on out to see the show.
All right.
Sounds great. We will see everybody tomorrow at 5 with an incredible guest, Mr. Steve Kitches, the former general manager of Hammerjacks and really the guy that ran that place for a long, long, long time. See you guys tomorrow at 5. Love you.